Good afternoon, and welcome to the ribbon cutting of Wexford's building on the Phoenix Biomedical Campus, 850 PBC. As you can tell, this is a different ribbon cutting than we might normally be having. But again, these are different times as well. This building is coming up in the midst of a global pandemic and in a time of economic uncertainty. However, buildings like this and campuses like this are absolutely critical to recovering stronger than ever and bringing together great research from great university partners, entrepreneurial activity, corporate engagement, and community inclusion, all together in a singular place. So today, you're going to hear from great partners, the city, Arizona State University, researchers, students, and others about the importance of this building and what it means to this community. It is a unique building in a unique time. Innovation districts are spatial geographies, clusters of researchers, corporate innovators, entrepreneurs, community members, artists, and others who mix together, solve problems, and bring forth new solutions to improving the human condition. This building is the result of a great partnership between Wexford, Arizona State University, and the city of Phoenix. It would not have been possible also without so many others behind the scenes making this endeavor work. The Phoenix Biomedical Campus is a well-known and outstanding area that brings together the medical school from the University of Arizona, Arizona State University Research, Northern Arizona University, TGen, the Bioscience High School, and many others together. This building represents a focal point that mixes so many uses and includes environments for programmatic activity, for collisions, and also a place where the community can come to find pathways for the new jobs that are going to be created and to be able to participate in this innovation ecosystem that is so vital. It's no accident that this building is sitting here on Roosevelt Row, with behind me the Roosevelt Row arts community, the proximity to so much housing, so much great amenities, and so much neighborhood and community infrastructure. Innovation districts aren't exclusive walled campuses. They're porous, they're open, they're inviting, and they create inclusive opportunity for residents of the entire area and at all levels. In fact, the best innovation districts, ones like the Phoenix Biomedical Campus, have specific programs that create the pipeline and the pathways to all jobs. Economic mobility is at the heart of the best innovation districts, as it is here as well. And you'll learn later today about a terrific program right on the ground floor of this building that's meant to bring the community into relationship with the building, the biomedical campus, and opportunities for jobs. In an environment like this, and in a time like this, these buildings and their importance is magnified because they do create economic development that is amplified across the region. They become a nexus for creative endeavor, for intellectual curiosity, for research, for economic development, and for the growth of business that benefit a region well beyond just the borders of what the Phoenix Biomedical District or the walls of this building. They create that amplitude that really helps. And so from there, we are so happy to be inaugurating this building that starts to become a heart, a nexus between community and the rest of Phoenix Biomedical Campus, surrounded by so much housing that gives us the opportunity to fill in. There is probably no better example of the power of an innovation district and the power of this building bringing together so many elements than in our first testimonial from Steve Potts. Steve is the co-founder and CEO of Oncomix, a spin-out from research done at Arizona State University. And you'll hear from Steve as he's talking about their pursuit of oncolytic viruses, what it means to be in an environment that has research, has biomedical activity, has proximity to all of the amenities that his workers would want, as well as significant transportation and mobility, just 10 minutes from an airport that connects him to other markets of research and other scientists that they're in relationship with. It makes it a very powerful environment for his company to grow and to scale. Now to you, Steve.
Thanks, Tom. Thank you for having me today. My name is Steve Potts. I am the CEO and one of the co-founders of OncoMix Therapeutics. We're a company developing an oncolytic virus as basically a curative potential against solid cancers. A little bit of my background: I am a serial entrepreneur. I live here in Arizona. I've been working in oncology for about 2 decades. First from the pathology diagnostics side, and the last 10 years in oncology drug development. The company started actually from research, about 3 decades of research by Professor Grant McFadden at Arizona State University. He's a highly regarded virologist who has a virus. It's a rabbit virus, and it can infect rabbits, and it likes to infect and kill human cancer cells. We engineer it so while it's killing the cancer cells, it actually triggers an immune response. So in combination with a checkpoint inhibitor, some of these immunotherapy drugs you're probably seeing on TV and hopefully some of your family members are benefiting from, we basically combine with it to improve the response rates with these therapies. We're excited to be here in Wexford. I mean, if you've been here, it is a gorgeous building. I mean, there's 360-degree views in all locations. In terms of the lab and the office balance, it's hard to find a facility like this. It's this modern and kind of just built for life science firms, even if you go to San Francisco or Boston. It's a beautiful building. It's really well built for a biotech or a diagnostic or a pharma, anybody doing life sciences. Just a really nice balance of lab room and office space. If you think of the biomedical space, especially the space that's generating intellectual property assets, there's really 3. It's a tripod. The industry is really a tripod. There's diagnostics, these are tests. There's medical devices, and then there's pharmaceutical drug development. And Arizona has always been very, very strong in 2 out of these 3 areas. They're a great medical device state. There's a number of super companies in medical devices. There's also a real history here in diagnostics. That comes out of the work at ASU, some really smart engineers, and Mayo and elsewhere that have really put together some very good diagnostic firms. The third piece of the tripod, drug development, is newer, and that's what we represent. So we're developing drugs. It's a long process. It takes typically 3 years until you're ready to test in people, and then it's 3 to 5 years while you're doing the human clinical trials. There's a couple of things that were really important to us. Number one is we have investors coming from all over the world. I have 3 Asian investors. I have the 6th largest pharma company there in Germany as an investor. They're on planes a lot, and they want to be able to get to the building, get to the offices, get to the boardroom quickly. So one thing really cool about Wexford buildings is 10 minutes from the airport here, with direct flights all over the country and internationally. And there's nothing like that in San Francisco or Boston, where you have to spend a lot more time before you actually get to the biotech hub of Cambridge, for example, from Boston. Here, you get off the plane in Sky Harbor, 10 minutes later, you're in my boardroom here at Wexford. It's great. And then I think for the employee base, if you look, really the employees can live anywhere from this location. They go north, west, east, whichever direction. And the cost of living, the schools, I mean, they're 10-minute commute. I mean, there's some really nice things lifestyle-wise for Phoenix as we're building and strengthening this biotech hub. One thing really great about Phoenix is I was able to recruit some super viral engineering teams. These are PhDs and bachelor level folks from Arizona State University into OncoMix, and just a wealth of people that had really good experience in viral engineering. I think you got to ask the employee base, where do you want to live? Do you want to be 10 minutes from work with a home that's gorgeous, that is a third of the prices of some of the other biotech hubs, and in an area that's growing like this? I find it just a great place to build companies. So OncoMix has always had a close relationship with Arizona State University and its researchers. The hard thing about a startup is you have to leave the university. You can't form that startup right on campus, but you need to be near the university. So here at Wexford, it's such a great location because we're close to ASU. They're actually in the same building here, and they're close also to the main Tempe campus. So we can have that kind of cross collaboration we need. There is an opportunity to share equipment in the building, which is exciting, but it's just gonna be very easy, I think, to have that collaboration, not only with ASU, but also with the medical school, with Mayo Clinic, and with some of the other researchers, TJ and some of the researchers that are here in the Phoenix area. And now to Dr. Highway Gu.
Hi, my name is Haiwei Gu. I'm an assistant professor in the College of Health Solutions at Arizona State University. I run the Arizona Metabolomics laboratory in Wexford building. My research is focused on mass spec-based metabolomics and its applications in biomarker discovery and systems biology. I just give you a very simple example. Let's say we collect the blood samples from like breast cancer patients and healthy controls. So we use mass spec to detect metabolites in those blood samples, and then we search metabolite biomarkers that we can diagnose breast cancer. We just move in, and this building is very good to my research because they provide space, basically everything for me to do my research. They provide the mass spec room, they provide cell culture room and lab bench, and they have good research facilities and staff members. They are very supportive, and which is very important to my research. I think in this building, we, our college, ASU, they encourage collaborations. We have multidisciplinary teams here, from basic research to clinical trials. There are lots of opportunities we can collaborate, and together we can improve our research. We can do better science. I'm excited that the Wexford is open, and now back to Tom.
Thank you, Highway. Where will the next companies come from that might come out of Dr. Gu's metabolics research or the next OncoMix? Well, quite naturally, they might come from the Edson Entrepreneurship and Innovation Institute at ASU. And to talk about that, joining us via Zoom will be Jimmy Choi. Following her will be Dean Hellitzer, who's going to be talking about clinical research.
I'm so pleased to be welcoming you virtually to the J. Orrin Edson Entrepreneurship and Innovation Institute at Arizona State University's newest place-based innovation space at Wexford at the Phoenix Biomedical Campus in downtown Phoenix. The Edson Entrepreneurship and Innovation space is about the power of place, and more importantly, the power of partnership. The Edson Entrepreneurship and Innovation Institute aims to make entrepreneurship accessible to everyone and is the pan-university and pan-community resource for ASU students, faculty, staff, alumni, and the greater community. We work in collaboration with community partners like the Flynn Foundation, the Center for Entrepreneurial Innovation, Startup AZ, GPEC, ACA, and many others to support innovators and entrepreneurs. We also partner across ASU with the College of Health Solutions and the Edson College of Nursing and Health Innovation, just to name a couple. This is the new home for the HEAL Lab, the Health Entrepreneurship Accelerator Lab, in addition to other programs. Here at 850 North 5th Street, we'll be hosting small and large-scale events, both in person, virtually, and hybrid, including meetups, providing training and support through workshops and boot camps, and a drop-in co-working space to connect with mentors, potential funders, subject matter experts, and other collaborators. The power of place is in bringing together ideas and people for connectivity, collaborations, and positive collisions. We look forward to welcoming you in person. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy. Hi, my name is Deborah Hellitzer, and I am the Dean of the College of Health Solutions. Traditionally, when we think about biomedical research and education, we think about medical schools. But more and more today, healthcare is delivered in an ambulatory or outpatient environment. So the Phoenix Biomedical Campus, anchored by ASU and its downtown colleges, has the advantage of being a location with multiple organizations and entities. So the Phoenix Biomedical Campus, anchored by ASU and its downtown colleges, is benefiting from the being co-located with a number of different organizations. For example, we have the Dignity Cancer Center. We have the U of A School of Medicine. We have NAU's Health Services Campus, and we have the Phoenix Union Biomedical High School. This floor houses the Clinical and Community Translational Lab. Translational research is research that moves from the bench or labs into the community where it can be used practically to solve health problems. This is a facility in which we can learn to examine the ways that physical activity can reduce the risk of, for example, cardiovascular disease, which is the #1 cause of mortality in Arizona. This building is unique because it combines private sector and public sector and research all in one place. There's no other place in the country that has this kind of ecosystem, so that findings that we have in the clinical and community lab can be picked up by the companies who are here, and vice versa, we can test innovations that companies have and make sure that they're safe and effective. The most important piece of our research is that we engage the community in solving their health problems. This is a wonderful facility for that reason. Most buildings like this are often research parks far away from the community, but here we're able to engage the research participants in improving their own health. ASU has normally been involved with basic science, which does not involve participants. But this is taking ASU to a new level. It's enabling us to help the community to solve its own problems. Oh my goodness, students should be excited about working here because we know that students who participate in research are more likely to stay in college, are more likely to have applied experiences that will help them in the workforce.
Thank you, Dean Hellitzer. One of the advantages of the Phoenix Biomedical Campus is the presence of 3 great state universities: Arizona State, the University of Arizona, and Northern Arizona University. In fact, this is the only place where you will find all 3 of these universities. And here to discuss that is Larry Penley, who is the chair of the Arizona Board of Regents. Larry?
Thank you very much, Tom. On behalf of the Arizona Board of Regents, we are happy to celebrate this new Wexford building. It really makes the Phoenix Biomedical Campus come alive. What we have here in Phoenix is an opportunity to bring faculty, students, and all of the supporting staff together in the kind of educational enterprise that will make Phoenix grow even more in the future. What we're about here is creating new knowledge. And in creating new knowledge, we're going to drive economic development in the Phoenix metro area and in the broader area of Arizona. That's what universities do best. And when you have a collaboration of our 3 public universities in the Phoenix Biomedical Campus, you have an engine of economic growth that Greater Phoenix and Arizona is going to need. I want to thank Michael Crow, president of Arizona State University. His initiative to drive this Wexford facility forward so that we can have the potential for economic growth really matters. It's a part of the entrepreneurial spirit that Dr. Crow has brought to ASU, and he brings it here to the Phoenix area, where we have not only a medical school, a nursing school, but a whole set of other programs from Northern Arizona University, the University of Arizona, and Arizona State University. This is a happy day.
Thank you, Larry. Buildings like the Wexford building on the Phoenix Biomedical Campus don't just happen. They take vision, partnership, and support. For vision, we need look no farther than Arizona State's president, Michael Crow. It's not by accident that ASU has been named the most innovative university 6 years running. And when you hear from him, I think you'll know why. Partnership, the City of Phoenix has been a tremendous partner, and Mayor Kate Gallego in particular has helped this project come to fruition. And Councilmember Carlos Garcia, in whose district the Phoenix Biomedical Campus lies. For now, let me turn it to President Crow.
Thank you, Tom. Michael Crow here, President, Arizona State University. This is really an exciting day for a lot of reasons. One, this whole notion of driving the country forward, driving Phoenix forward, driving Arizona forward from innovation, that's really critical. Here we've got innovation in the 21st century really being centered around biology. That is all things related to life sciences, biological sciences, bioinnovations, everything you can possibly imagine. So this Wexford building that we're here ribbon cutting for is really a fantastic example of the market forces coming together with the creative forces, capital coming together, financial capital coming together with creative capital. Bringing that all together here in downtown Phoenix is really fantastic. We're excited from ASU. This is a big building as a part of where we're evolving ASU. It's a big part of the Phoenix Biomedical Campus where we're working with the University of Arizona and Northern Arizona University. We're really excited because we have places for our biotech spin-out companies to grow, to expand, where we're moving in dozens of new research groups from ASU. This is a beautiful facility, designed fabulously, built fabulously. It's really a hallmark to Wexford and to everyone else that's been involved in this project. I want to thank the City of Phoenix for their just ongoing, unbelievable 20-year partnership with ASU as we've been moving forward and doing things in education and science and research and know-how and so forth and so on. I mean, it's really fantastic. And this building is the beginning of a new kind of energy in downtown Phoenix. Private sector companies clustering around scientists, around nurses, around physicians, around students, around dreamers, engineers, creative people, entrepreneurial people, innovative people. So that's what this building is all about. So it's really, really exciting. Coming up next, Mayor Gallego and Councilman Garcia from the City of Phoenix. They're coming up next, but I just want to say thank you to both of them for all that they've done to help this project to work and to help the ASU campus in downtown Phoenix to really take off and expand. So great day, great building, great assets. Everybody's moving forward, even in the middle of the pandemic. So fantastic. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Crow. I'm Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego, and I am so excited to celebrate this important building, changing the landscape of the city of Phoenix. We have been working for years to bring this building to you today, and it really will help Phoenix and our downtown biomedical campus take the entrepreneurial ecosystem to the next level. Several years ago, before I was mayor, I represented the biomedical campus on the City Council District 8. I was able to journey to Baltimore to see the Wexford building there. At the time, we were looking for the right partner to take the biomedical campus entrepreneurial space to the next level, and we found that in Wexford. They appreciate that buildings are important for creating the type of entrepreneurial ecosystem we want. They also appreciated the local neighborhood. This building is close to the Roosevelt Row Arts District, as well as many downtown amenities, great historic homes. It doesn't exist alone. It exists in an amazing urban ecosystem that will be attractive to our bioscience leaders. We worked with Arizona State University and Wexford to create a building that will be an amenity for the entire community and will bring together our amazing bioscience leaders with folks with legal backgrounds, with finance backgrounds, people who can help entrepreneurs with the many challenges of scaling a business. So all of that is going to come together in this beautiful building. It has the amazing vistas, including the ones you see behind me. Everyone wants their office to be the one with the best views and appreciate. So it's also addressing the shortage of lab space in our community, but in a way that really will attract and sell the space. We know this is a place that you want to work, where you're gonna come up with the next cure for cancer, which I'm convinced is coming through the downtown biomedical campus. We have strong partners like OncoMix who are investing in revolutionary therapeutics that will help your family and mine, and again, help Phoenix establish our continued leadership as one of the top 5 emerging bioscience ecosystem areas anywhere in the country. Congratulations to all who are involved, from ASU to the team at HKS and Oakland. You have changed both the physical landscape and the bioscience landscape of the city of Phoenix for the better.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Dr. Crow. My name is Carlos Garcia, and I'm City Council member for the City of Phoenix, District 8. District 8 is a very diverse district. It's a district that encompasses a lot of diverse communities, but it also encompasses the Bioscience Campus, which includes now the new Wexford building. One of the most exciting things about this building is the economic and job opportunities that are going to come to the city of Phoenix. At the bottom floor, you have a job innovation center working with the community colleges, a place that could be accessed by all folks, but especially here in District 8, we will hopefully have people that work, live, and come to enjoy this building and work alongside a thriving community. District 8 is a very diverse district. It includes many different communities, but it includes the Bioscience Campus, and it includes here where the Wexford building is at. We're really excited about the job innovation, the opportunities that District 8 residents will have with this new building. At the bottom floor, we have an innovation center. At the City of Phoenix, one of our main goals is to assure that the quality of life of all of our residents arise. This facility in itself is going to give the opportunity for folks to come in, be able to use the labs, be able to figure out broader health risks that might be hurting our communities. We are excited about the opportunity to work together and make sure that both District 8 residents and the entire city of Phoenix is a healthier place. If we learned anything from the pandemic, it's been that we need to take care of each other. We see this campus as an opportunity for collaboration, not only for all the universities, but for the rest of the community to be able to think about health and think about being able to work together to solve the problems that hurt us. Coming out of the pandemic, we will be stronger, and a building like this one will allow us to work together and make sure we're all in a healthier place. Happy to be here, excited to cut the ribbon, and we're sending it back to Tom.
Thank you, Councilmember Garcia. There is nothing more important than inclusive economic development, and at the heart of that is workforce development programs that are accessible to all. In a moment, we'll hear from Dr. Stephen Gonzalez, who is the interim chancellor at Maricopa Community Colleges. We will also hear from a nursing student, Dana Rasmussen, who's going to talk about why she chose ASU and what these programs mean to her. But now, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Gonzalez.
Thank you, Tom. Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Gonzalez. I'm Interim Chancellor of the Maricopa Community College District. I typically serve as the president of Gateway Community College, where the Center for Entrepreneurial Innovation resides. The Center for Entrepreneurial Innovation, also known as the CEI, is located on Gateway Community College's campus. It has a focus on high-tech, high-demand industry in the biomedical sciences and also medical device technologies. Well, anytime that you're involved in innovation and entrepreneurship, you've got to have a place where people can come together. Like-minded people, cross-discipline people can gather in one place, share ideas, socialize ideas, experiment on ideas, and then bring those ideas to fruition. The Wexford Technology Building is a perfect place for that opportunity to occur. I think that Phoenix has become a hub for this type of technology and entrepreneurial activity because it's a warm, no pun intended, it's a warm, welcoming, inviting place where we encourage the birth of ideas and innovation, and we support that sort of innovation. This building is an example of several entities coming together, different entities inside of higher education coming together and finding ways to collaborate with one another to share ideas and to allow for that innovation to take place. Well, typically, if you're working only in the space of higher education, some may believe that only theory is being discussed. And this provides an opportunity for theory and practice to come together, to collide with one another, to test one another, and in the end, we see results. And we see results in the way of jobs, we see the results in the way of creation, of actual devices that get put into place. The Center for Entrepreneurial Innovation, for example, has been alive now for 8 years. It's created over 700 jobs, $94 million in capital investment. And if CEI can do that alone, can you imagine what CEI, ASU, and other organizations and companies that come into this Wexford building are able to do with one another? This will be a tremendous benefit to the state's economy. This will be a tremendous benefit to the biomedical sciences and life sciences here. And LabForce in particular will create this workforce that will be available to support the larger endeavor here. I think that this will serve as a model for other biomedical campuses and sites across the country. This is one more way of putting Phoenix and Arizona on the map for entrepreneurial innovation. I would just like to thank ASU. I'd like to thank Wexford Technologies for inviting us into this opportunity. We're proud to be a partner. Maricopa Community College District is proud to be a partner in this work. We look forward to our continued collaborative effort, and we look forward to the type of innovation that will continue to come out of this collaboration. So thank you. So now I'm going to turn this over to an ASU nursing student, Dana. Dana, take it away.
Thank you, Dr. Gonzalez. I'm Dana. I am a student here at ASU, the Edson College. I'm studying health entrepreneurship and innovation, and I'm the president of the Health Entrepreneurship and Innovation Club. I mean, entrepreneurship in general, it's kind of this sort of thinking of new ideas, applying these new things, trying something different. And particular to health, there's so many problems, issues out there that need solving. So really, it's just a way to apply those creative ideas that you have to the healthcare industry in some way. When I first came to ASU, I was not aware of the amount of resources that ASU has, and I feel like I'm still finding new resources, every so often, and the Wexford building being one of them. And as a student, it's so comforting and supportive to know that we have all these resources so that we can be innovative, be entrepreneurial, change the world, if you will. I mean, having all those different communities together in this hub of sorts really gives you that opportunity to collaborate. And when you have that collaborative effort and that team effort, you can really get a lot more done. I think in college, it is that time that you actually get to experiment with things, try new things. And ASU, you really get that opportunity to try those big ideas while you're still in college, not waiting for after. So you get to sort of kickstart what you want to do in entrepreneurship and innovation before graduating. We all know that not all students have cars, so walkability is very important. But beyond that, it's nice to have that community feel, to feel like you're in the actual research, everything that's going on.
To wrap up, this building, this Wexford building at 850 PBC represents a big idea, the power of proximity, bringing all things together in a singular place. There is no doubt after listening to President Crow why ASU is number one in innovation and the intellectual capital that they bring to it. And when I think about the power of ASU magnified with the University of Arizona and NAU, as Larry Penley was talking about having all three of these universities in tight proximity to one another, the importance of that. And certainly, everything you see behind me that Mayor Gallego and Councilman Garcia talked about, the housing, the arts, the amenities, the restaurant, the sense of community. That's why this building is here. And it brings together those kinds of researchers, what Steve Potts is doing at Oncomix, and what Highway Goo and Jimmy Choi are doing to create innovation and bring that innovation not only to the students of ASU, but to those who are looking to get across that valley of death, to get the funding, to get the mentorship, to have the access to resources and people to be able to scale ideas. And as Dean Hellitzer talked about, ASU's first and only clinical space where ideas and research in cardiovascular and in improving human performance can go to scale. They can be tested. This is a great environment that brings all of those elements together. As you think about what's happening with Steve Gonzalez and LabForce, right? He talked about creating those pathways to that next generation workforce that's going to take the jobs, that's going to scale the ideas that we are seeing. And that's why students like Dana Rasmussen choose ASU and choose to be part of the Innovation and Entrepreneurial Club. It's an exciting day. We welcome all of you to be a part of this, even if it's only virtually for today. I know there'll be a time where together we can all experience in person this great building, this great city, this wonderful environment. And so now, let's go cut a ribbon.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon. While the ribbon's cut, the show's not over. We invite you to learn more about Wexford's 850 PBC building by visiting 850pbc.com, where you'll find a virtual tour of the building, more information about leasing opportunities, more information about tenants, and this wonderful ecosystem of the Phoenix Biomedical Campus.